bonsoir. C'est toujours même moi-même à Snake Belize, dans Basnique Show, qui rentre la carrière avec un bel show. Un bel show, un gros show. J'en regarde là, je dis à nous qu'on inviter ensemble avec nous. On nous va inviter, c'est M. Claire. Je vais quitter le présenter tête. M. Claire, how you doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Good.
Yes, guys. Like you said, my name is Mickey Claire. I'm just here to. I'm just here to just answer some few questions, just to be interviewed. So yeah.
Pour bien dire nous que M. Claire pas parle en pile créole correct. Chose ça a fait en des gens dans des langages anglais avec créole. N'a pas excusé peut-être ça, mais dans Basnique Show, son show tout le monde nié, tout le monde welcome. Et je pense que Claire grand pile pour partager ensemble avec nous, c'est une raison qui fait que Claire nous a invité dans le show. Please, Claire, avant d'aller même plus loin, tell me something about you. Tell us about, about yourself.
Okay, so I'm originally from the Turks and Caicos, and the Turks and Caicos, they speak English and I'm Creole, so this is why, I moved here in 2000. I lived in Pompano Beach, then we moved to Port St. Lucie in 2007. I am becoming an RBT. I'm also in my third year of college, and I also have a show called Off Center. It's almost like the same show that he has, a very similar tone.
Yep.
And the show is really to enlighten and challenge people and to think greater and to really find answers, and that's really what's really about, So that's all I have to say.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I like Off Center is a show that I watch myself, and vraiment aimé Off Center. That Monday tout le monde qui bon love là passer aller dans Off Center. Yo by Mickey même love là, c'est partager, regarder le show et puis tout commenter en balle et puis tout subscribe to Off Center for whenever they post something that you will have access with it.
And we'll put the links in the bottom, so just so you don't have to go look for it. It'll just be right there where after this,
Do you want to spell it just in case?
Yes, it's OFFCENTERED, off-centered. So yeah.
So alrighty. So that's it for Off Center. Please go ahead and give him the love, okay?
Thank you so much.
We do appreciate it for your support. And vous connaissez pas j'aime commencer chose ça sans que moi-même pas saluer Fadmo et tout fanatique chose ça qui fait chose ça possible. Moi dis nous merci pour tout support nous et n'importe genre faire ou supporter nous apprécier ça. Et pas oublier toujours commenter, toujours partager chose ça avec famille nous amis nous pour faire une action ensemble avec elle. Et pas oublier subscribe sur avec channel ça tout qui passe comme ça. C'est ça parce que capable supporter nous parce que nous même n'a travail pour vous pour nous voyons l'autre bagage, l'autre nouveau bagage ba ou. OK? So support vraiment important pour nous parce qu'on fait ça. OK. Now nous démarrer. Monsieur Claire, est-ce que vous marié?
No, I'm not married yet. I am getting married soon. Okay.
Okay. Alright. So since you're not married, what about if somebody would have watching this show right now and they wanna contact you, like let's say a girl that likes you, that person is allowed to contact you? Or
so I am not available.
Nice.
I have a fiance. She's beautiful, she's smart. So nice. I am off the market. I'm sorry.
I like that. Okay. Qui ça ou t'as aimé accomplir dans la vie? What would you like to accomplish in your life?
So I want to be a marriage therapist. I think marriage is the foundation of our society. I think the reason why we see so much, people in prison and there's such a population of hopeless people, it's because I don't think that marriage structure in America is strong. This is why the divorce rate, the divorce rate is actually very
high.
It's extremely high, but it's because we don't have strong marriage structure in our country. So I think if that was a component that existed in America strong, I don't think that we would have the hopelessness that we have. We wouldn't have the kids that are going to foster homes and that are going to these prisons. You know, and even in the black community, one of the reasons why we have like so many African Americans are going to prisons because they're not raised in a two-parent household where their parents are married. They're not able to see a reflection of something that is that's good for them. So that's the reason. I don't know why I give this whole brief thing of why I'm going to it, but I think it's
I like it. I like it. It's really awesome. And it's vraiment important pour nous faire vraiment fait sens, and it's a fact. That's what's going on, and I think just that little topic, we could just build the show on it. That's how wide it is. So, but we're not gonna stop there or keep going on there, but we're gonna keep moving on. Okay. So my next questions for you is, if you have the opportunity to change something in the world, what would it be?
Wow. I think for me, I feel like healthcare should be a human right. I don't think that people should be like, because I was talking to my friend the other day, right? He told me that one day he had a bad headache, but he doesn't have a healthcare plan. Insurance. I mean, And he told me that he, instead of calling an ambulance or going to the doctor and possibly paying $1,000 bill after he's checked, he's gonna take the chance on not going, and maybe possibly it's just a. And for me, it's just like to play Russian roulette with your life, to negotiate your life, and to not have something that can at least you can fall back on and be like, okay, if I'm sick, I shouldn't be having to think, oh man, I don't have this much money. I think it should be a human right around the world. I don't think people, if you don't have money, people should be denied healthcare. That's a basic need of human care. And I think that's one thing that I will start with. But I think, you can there's so many other things, and I won't, speak of them now because, this is.
Yeah, I got you. But no, you're absolutely right. I'm glad you picked that, because that's really, especially in America, this society that we live in right now, we really need like a
universal
health.
And just to say this, and I hear a lot of people say if we have a universal healthcare, our healthcare system will go down. I think that's baloney, because our healthcare system, without that, right, we don't even have a universal healthcare, really, right? And it's still ranked really low. We have Portugal has universal healthcare, and it's ranked 11 in healthcare. That means that for doctor, the quality of medication, of care, and they're ranked 11. We're ranked like 50, and we don't even have that. So for them to say that it's because it's gonna drop the quality of the care, that's a lie. I think it's just because it's based on capitalism. And I don't think we want to
just give you something.
Yeah.
Like a baloney.
That's just baloney, straight baloney.
You got it. Kibo wete tu na 5 ans encore.
So you said
where do you see yourself in
5 years?
Yeah.
So I see myself graduating school, getting married, maybe finally stepping into this therapist role of becoming a marriage therapist, and really helping a component in our society that is lacking. If I can help the marriage, people staying together rate go higher, for me that's an accomplishment, because I think that is the bedrock or foundation of our society. Without that, we will just have a lot of barbaric people running around, don't know what's going on, because kids need a reflection of what to do. And that marriage itself is a perfect example of that.
Absolutely right. Yeah, marriage. I think not long ago, me and one of my friends, we just did a show. The topics was about marriage. Like why there's no union in the marriage. Why is that? But I think I have more questions that based on marriage.
Okay,
and we're
that's
gonna
fine.
keep going.
That's fine. That's fine.
So we can get deeper onto that.
I got you.
Okay. So my next questions for you is, qui type de fille ou aimé? Moi gen 3 types là.
Okay.
Okay. Mwen gen gros pi,
Okay.
petit,
Okay.
ou bien campé.
The option that you didn't have, I like. So let me first say, I think I don't want to alienate anybody. I think everyone is beautiful in their own ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important that you have your preference. If
Yeah.
if I can blindly pick probably, I would say someone slim because that tells me that person's working out and that person is care for their health.
Mm-hmm.
And just someone slim. That's it. I mean, in the sense of that's what you're talking about, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
But that's pretty much fell in the category of PT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
right?
so someone slim.
Like,
That means that you're at the gym.
Exactly.
That means you're working. That means that
out.
you care about
Your
the way
body.
that you look. And
Yeah.
and what people don't understand also, they think, oh, but you just want someone pretty. No, that
Yeah.
means that if that person's in the gym and is slim, that means I wouldn't have to worry about the healthcare bills later on,
Exactly.
right? Meaning when you're
Mm-hmm.
and this is not because I'm fat shaming, right? Because I
Yeah.
think it's all for me. It's all about health, right?
Yeah.
When you're overweight and when you're obese,
Yep.
that means that you're gonna have more medical issues, right?
Exactly.
That's just the way it is. That means more medical bills. That means more issue. That means that you're gonna be more removed from the family affairs that we have. So
Yeah.
why would I want to shorten your lifespan?
Exactly.
Right.
No,
So for me,
absolutely
it's
right.
it just makes sense that it's good that you're in the gym and and
I like it. I like it, trust me. Because me, I used to work out all the time.
Yeah.
Now I get married. There you go. You see, I got a belly. I'm obese.
I mean,
Sometimes
no, you're not obese.
My doctor keeps telling
We're
me
not
sometimes.
obese, man.
Well,
You're
a
not
little
obese.
bit, but I'm not where I want to be. And I'm
Yeah.
still working out as of right now.
Yeah.
But I want to look a little bit more, slimmer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah, so it's not all about just because it's a beautiful thing, and it's not. And I think it has a lot of health benefits.
Yeah, it
to
does. It does. It keeps
You know,
you healthy.
it keeps you healthy,
And, and not only that, some people think that for you to work out, low while dans gym, c'est pas simplement comme si que li ken bo en santé, comme si que li ken bo pa vin gros, mais non seulement li ken bo en santé, like gen un pilote advantage au jeune de lui-même parce que c'est ça qui it keeps you moving, it keeps you going. Like every day, si chaque monde l'a levé ou comme si ou courir pour 5 minutes, simplement ou fait corps battre parce que gon minimum weight qui on gain pour battre chaque jour levé. So, li simplement battre les ça, c'est là qu'on fait un petit exercice. So c'est ça qui est vraiment bon pour courir, pour faire un petit exercice pour faire. Li vraiment bon.
I know this. I know this 80-year-old man. He has cancer, right? And it's extremely sad. But he told me that because he used to always run.
Okay.
His doctor told him that he has a heart of a 30-year-old man.
Exactly.
He's 70.
Yep. That's
You know,
he always runs.
he's working out. You know, and because of that, the cancer is not as
high
as what's the word? It's not as it's not as crazy, right? Because he's working out, he's doing the things that he needs.
That means he controls it.
Yeah, he's able to. Yeah.
Let's try to do something. Let's try to speak more Creole.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No
so
problem.
that people can understand. Like, grand pile, moi dis là, essayer pour nous essayer de parler plus créole parce que moi grand pile fanatique moi qui c'est simplement créole parler parce que on aime l'autre pour me faire tant pour parler et monter me parler créole bah ça aussi moi pense que c'est vraiment important si nous pouvons parler un petit créole plus. L'autre question que pour vous c'est qui partie qui plus intéressant dans une fille?
I think les femmes gagnent bon tête. L'aime dire tête, c'est pas tête veut dire.
I know. Smart.
Smart.
Yeah.
If you're smart, that's key for me. That's all it is.
I like that too. So yeah. That's mean you're a wise man.
Yeah.
I like that. Son bon nègre là. Nous même dans Basnique c'est comme ça nous fait. Tout le monde nous fréquenter c'est bon monde. M'pas j'aime pour ton bagage qui pas bon et pas nous dans public là. Ouais c'est depuis c'est moi même qui mette nous sur plateau ou mettre prendre parce que le bon. Et ça fait ça m'a demandé aux jeunes ça nous supposé encourager. Les plus souvent penser que nous besoin comme si que un monde qui déjà haut pour nous monter haut. Non. À ce gagnant on doit aller côté ouvrier. Simplement c'est balle valet. Si porter ça bon c'est nous-mêmes qui gênons, c'est nous-mêmes qui fiti et pays nous, c'est nous-mêmes qui fiti monde là. So, supporter nous, ça n'a fait là, ou même qui doit essayer de lier, mais on va jamais connaître côté n'a pied de misère. D'ailleurs, c'est ça nous pas non jouer, nous pas non faire ça qui mal parce que pour les que nous jouons une chance pas nous passer, pour nous pas venir dire ah next ça mais ça va être faire. OK? So fait la suivre. C'est ça que ça on aller sur Jean aller là. Si pour vraiment important pour nous, m'a quitter ça là. On avance. My next question for you. Est-ce que vous bat femme déjà?
No, j'aime bat femme déjà. I am against that. I am against woman abuse.
Yep.
I'm against men abuse. I'm against anything. I think I'm going to say it's going to be hard for me to
Go
say.
ahead. You can go ahead and explain it in English.
Okay.
If you can,
so
I want you to be comfortable.
I got
you
you.
know,
I got
you answer the question like.
So I think if a man needs to beat a woman, it's because he isn't a man enough.
Right.
I feel like if you have to put yourself, if you have to put your hand on another person, I just feel like you're lacking in a lot of places, and I think that you need to go work on yourself. And you need to,
that's true.
Yeah, and that's what I believe. Because why would you need to hit? Why would you want to afflict pain on someone else? That's the idea. Why would you want to inflict pain on someone that you love?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like you're lacking something. There's something that's not there. Right, and I think that's the thing. I think people want to be in a relationship when they need to be also still really working on themselves instead of that, right? So for me, it's just like, no, I think you're lacking in places that you need to work on. I would never hit a woman. I'm against that completely.
You got it. Me too. That's something that I'm really against too. I even have a show on it. But I know a lot of people in Kone gan pile et moun, spécialement dans la communauté haïtienne. En pile fika pour un pile bâton chaque jour et yo toujours accepté et subir et bisa non façon et peut-être parce que yo dit que yo pas gain l'autre option et moi-même moi pas tolérer moun qui lever main sur moun qui était fait garçon grand pile garçon tout qui prend coup bon grand pile garçon et yo ba non ma ozo ba connait but yo gon non spécial pour garçon et pour garçon femme battre tout le temps. Je pense que sur nos relations ou même moi subi n'importe sorte de abuse là ou pas ça pas une relation pour t'arrêter là-dedans. Mettez qu'on dehors ça pas bouchon. Chaque galon a bouchon yo, marcher pour ça à chercher bouchon pour là. OK? C'est comme ça lié, c'est comme ça Samuel.
True that.
My next question est-ce que vous faites adultère déjà?
That's adultery, right?
Yeah, like have you cheated?
I've never cheated in my life. I
never cheated.
Never cheated. And I pray to God that stays that way because I am not that man at all. I can't imagine myself, you know, being in a relationship and going with somebody else and for me that's destroying the oath that I took, and that's also destroying the union that I helped build. It's like, for me, it's like, imagine this way, right? You and someone built a house together. You guys built that house. Then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? I don't like that house anymore. I burnt that house down. Like, for me, I can't see myself doing that. I just can't see myself doing that. I think it's wrong. And if you have to do it, please leave the relationship. Tell that person, you know what? There's a certain part of me that I need to work on. I don't think that I deserve you. And I told my fiance this. I'm saying, if that ever happens, do not take me back. I don't deserve you. Do not take me back. There are places that I need to fix, right? So exactly.
Something is broken.
Something's broken.
You got it. Okay. The next question is, can you say no to sex? What these questions mean, let me explain a little bit better. When I say can you say no to sex, it doesn't mean from your partner. Like, let's say there's a girl out there, she's beautiful and she's really attractive, and you feeling her, she's feeling you, but can you exist that person?
Can I say no to her?
Yeah, can you say no?
Look, I feel like guys, men, I mean, we gotta learn from the ones that have come before us. You know, I think it all comes with discipline. Discipline the mind. I feel like I promised. My dad used to tell me this. He said, I have more respect for somebody that can control, that can refrain from sex than someone that can control a whole city of people. Because that person that person that can refrain from sex won't get involved in, won't destroy himself in that way, right? That person that controlled the whole city, because he kind of let himself get involved in that way, leads to the whole city getting burned down, right? So for me, it's just like, I think I'm kind of sick and tired of men using sex as an inability to not be able to do something, because it's like, oh no, guys, like, don't get me wrong, the urge for sex is great, right? And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying, guys, we need self-control. If that's something you lack, you can learn, you can grow, you can become, you know, where you have more self-control of it, right? It's not.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. Don't get me wrong.
I got you. I understand. But
go ahead. Go. I mean, I might be.
Can you say no to sex? My point of view of that question is, if you're a man, you're not able to say no to sex is because, like you said before, you're lacking something.
Yeah.
And you need to go find that. Ou man kon bagay nan la vou, sou pa ka di non avec sex, ou pou fin grandi. And faut capable comprendre tout. Un garçon qui pa ka di non avec sex, faut capable connaître qui effet qui gagne après sexe tout. Pas simplement regarder justement pour comprendre. On bon 5 minutes ou bien bon, simplement aller on va mettre pour 15 minutes. OK? On bon 15 minutes, l'on fin de 15 minutes ça pas venir après d'elle. Ou doit jouer un petit monde. Et est-ce que imaginons sous nos relations déjà, est-ce que ça son bagage qu'on voulait pour ta petite d'ailleurs. Tout ça là dedans, grand pile l'autre bagage qui vient. Bon, c'est que pour un garçon, faut gagner des bagages qu'on capable de dire non. Even the greatest thing in the world. Like, but say if you wanna count on things that are greater in the world, sex will be one of them, you know. But you gotta be able to say no. Like, doesn't matter how attractive that person is, because there's a price to pay. Are you willing to pay the price? Yes. Everything has a price to pay. So c'est tout bagay qu'on peut payer. So c'est comme ça bagay yo. Si vous pouvez vous payer pas faire, et ça va dire que c'est sexe ou pas résister sexe, tout c'est bluff à bas. Tout c'est bluff ou capable. Si vous capable faire ou capable faire.
That's true.
So yeah, c'est ça lié. On this one by skis, let's try to do better. Qui ça qui faut pas qu'à dormir le soir?
Actually, I don't know. For me, man, my conscience is clean.
Yeah.
I've mended any broken relationship. If I feel like I have maybe, I don't have hate in my heart, but if I feel like maybe there's an animosity that I haven't resolved with somebody, I make sure I resolve that. When I go to, I can sleep. So I don't have any issue. I go to sleep, you know, with no, you know, with no any, like I don't have anything that I'm hoarding, you know. So I'm good.
Alright, okay, I got you. Est-ce que pas on t'écon calo?
Yes, man. Papa used to tear me up, man. He used to beat, you know, he used to tear me up. My dad used to tear me up. But I think, you know, not to keep this going for too long. I asked my dad, why did he beat me? And his answer to me was, hey, I didn't really know. I was in a stressful position in my life, and I didn't know how to discipline my kids at the time. And for me, that was the only thing that I can go by. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like, because he said that, I don't resent him. I look at it as like, that's all he knew how to do, right? And for me, that also tells me that he has been grown as a man, right? That tells me like, look, if I knew better, I will do better, right? So for me, it's just like, I personally think that's just for me. I'm not gonna beat my kids. I think there's so many other ways of disciplining your kids to inflict pain. Not to say it's wrong to spank. I'm not saying it's wrong to spank, because you can, you know, spank, kids, right? But to inflict pain, I'm talking about real pain, on your kids. I just feel like that's
my point of view. On peut me faire dans question ça, c'est que moi je pense que ça sont belle question. Est-ce que parents te kon calo? Et moi même parents te kon calé en pile. Moi je pense que calé c'est un bagage, on pas dire qui aider, qui pas aider. Ça pas succès ti moun pas dépendre de gens calé. C'est pas ça qui fait le succès. Mais Jean se dit il y a une différence avec ba un petit monde qui tape des ballons l'autre avec comme si que ou pinel comme si son moun voulait tuer. Des bagages. Parents haïtiens calé non façon depuis souvent c'est pas pour yo et comme si que ordonné pour pas faire un bagage encore non, mais pour nous comme si que ou pas mériter vivre encore ou font bagage pas mériter vivre. Moi pense que ça nous supposé retirer dans calé ti moun parce que pour capable ba ti moun ti tap passer papa, il est papa moun les ti moun pas tando l'offre di ton bagage pour capable ba ali ou capable ballon ti tap. Même l'état ici accepté ou ba ti moun ti tap mais lò kalon ti moun arrive qui était max sou li, ça pas négocier. Ou pas c'est petit ou li c'est ou fel et pas grand monde même pas faut qu'on fait bagage que ou regrette. Imagine un ti moun qui pour bien comprendre il va et faire zol qui chali, so c'est jouer parfois il dans jouer crason bagage il va même connaître ça la faire et peut-être ça penser que il peut demander mourir. Tout bagage ça ou la carrossation ti moun da gazel. C'est ça que ça manufacture pas fermer parce que y a fait même l'autre bagage ou ka racheter ça le gaz là. So il pas fait sens et pour battre un petit monde pour se casser pour couper ou bien pour venir dommager et parce que ça quitte ton cicatrice dans tête li et il pas jamais sortir. Et moi même bagage tout son produit décalé et regarder comment me sortir mais c'est pas parce qu'il me dépend pour bâton qui fait que moi vinn monde moi là. En avancé. On continue. My next question is combien kob vous gagnez sur compte?
Like how much money I have?
Yeah, how much money do you have?
That's a little bit personal, but I mean, I have enough to live. I have enough to live. I have enough to buy stuff. I have enough to pay rent. I'm doing well.
All right.
You know, I'm not doing too bad.
All right, sounds good. There's another question. What's your credit score? Like, if you want to share with the fan or whatever, if it's something that you're
my
proud of.
credit score is. I won't give you the exact number, but it's the high 700s.
Nice.
High 700s.
Right.
Yeah.
So that means
I'm still young.
That's
so
what he's taking. And mesdames, on make sure que at least the credit again, parce que si on nèg mi doit credit, c'est nèg qui gonna faire ouais et yo prouver tête yo riche sans que yo pas riche vrai. Like avant que vous pouvez être riche, faut riche en dedans. Faut riche avec l'autre bagaille avant pour mettre gros chaîne, gros bagaille pour monter riche. Ça va veut dire rien, c'est comme c'est dette ou fait. Chaque dette ou fait faut payer. Comprendre? Et penser et l'on choisi mesdames, choisi on nèg commencer on des nèg yo les vinn cause avec nous qui crédit score yo parce que ça sont bon et on connaît qui doit mettre yo. D'ailleurs si vous parlez pour nèg c'est vous parler de crédit comme vous c'est crédit pour la vinn craser pas rien encore c'est crédit sur rien vinn craser. En tout cas gardez côté doit mettre yo avant d'entrer. OK? C'est celle petit conseil ça pour nous avec mesdames. C'est pas pour sans raison de poser question ça, c'est pour nous-mêmes. Et ça va on me demander si le marié est-ce que si vous même on t'a intéressé avec un exact, est-ce que le cas capable de le bail quelconque, c'est ça que ça poser question ça. Tout ça on m'a fait là et me dit déjà s'il accepter pas accepter et répondre aux questions tout, pas de problème. Et toute bagaille volontaire. En tout cas, n'a pas avancé. Combien kob vous? What's your net worth?
My net worth. So I mean,
like just in general, it doesn't have to be perfect.
I really don't know. Because I don't know what my net worth. But I can say that I own some assets and I have money. I have a 401k. I have. I'm planning to invest in the stock market. I mean, I have a car. I'm currently living with my parents for now, but that's gonna change later because I'm gonna get married.
Nice.
But so I'm doing well for myself. The thing is, this is just my opinion. If I would give you guys any advice, my dad used to tell me this. He's like, look, keep them bills low. If you can keep them bills low, you will never be a slave to your job.
Yep, exactly. That's
so
right.
if you want to take a vacation, you can. If you want to, if you're sick, you can take some days off. But if you're out here like, oh, I'm making more money, or se m'acheter machine ça, se m'acheter gokaisa, faire plus bill, you will never enjoy life.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, so right. You gotta.
No, moi mes point ça, kembe bill yo ba. En pile fois, grand pile monde qui pensait que like depuis yo y a touché gros cob et faut bill yo vinn pi gros, like l'on fait ça veut dire ou pas grand inséré. Et tout en que et même les côtés où on touche un peu l'argent au travail, c'est pas comme vous toucher, c'est ça que vous gagnez, ou qui pour vous, c'est ça que vous save là. Like, imagine un monde qui travaille à faire bel l'argent et puis tout qui billy dépasser tête li. Ou pas faire comme on travaille pour le monde. Et un monde qui a continué de choisir qui can save, qui can comment pour gérer l'argent, qui a un petit billet les plus souvent ils sont chers en non chambre ils ont plus l'argent de vous. Ils vaut plus pas ça. Nous ça vaut plus que vous même. C'est ça que ça veut dire qui sont voir, combien vous voir, c'est pas pour peut-être des humains mais c'est pour qui ça que vous gagnez, quantité ba vous gagnez puis pour bon valeur. C'est comme ça et yo bagali non ici. OK? C'est ça fait ça me poser question ça. On autre question encore et qui pi go corps ou moyen déjà.
A lot of money questions, huh?
Yeah, it's all part of the show, man.
You know what, man? I really don't know. I'm just like I said that this is not to sound like not to sound like I'm corny or cliche or whatever.
No,
but
it's all good.
But I don't know. For me, wealth has always been the people that I have that love for me and care for me, and really putting myself in a comfortable position, not in a position where I have to feel like I'm rich or I have to seek attention, but just know that that I have riches in God, I have riches in friends, I have riches in life itself. So really, that has always been how I base my wealth. I don't know if that answers any questions.
No, you get. I like it. Whatever you give me, I think.
I got you.
The fan is the judge. Judge you upon what you give them.
I got you.
All right. Et puis tu n'as continué. Ou pe coulev?
Yes, I am super scared of snakes. I hate snakes. I hate frogs. I hate any animal that their skin look like that.
Pense que sont bêtes et un pile haïtien pe. Pas connais moi-même simple, but my goal is, even if I'm scared of snake, is to take that fear away because I think it's a God-made thing and I should not have any fear of it. So ma PC pour moi apprendre tout ça c'est parce qu'on pas comprendre ni pas apprendre des listes et moi-même ma PC moi est-ce qu'il me apprendre connaît et comment qui ça fait bête ça Jean li apprendre des livres qui est-ce qui va et puis tout moi pour retirer périlleusement des couleurs on côté ça me pas connaît simple ou bien simple appel mais raison qui fait que me pas comment on couleur c'est parce que me pas pour madame pas appeler me passer main en sous lui me pas dire sous lui parce que madame fait couleur. C'est ça que beaucoup essayé. Beaucoup même font un choix avec pour les qui viennent pour venir, pas même le faire parce que je pas veut le voir dans mauvais bois. But et moi même moi veux retirer sérieusement et n'importe quoi me passer aux parents parce que me petit bon Dieu. C'est ça fait ça que moi je voulais faire ça. OK, n'a pas avancé. Qui opinion sur ça qui a passé aux États-Unis pour
I don't really think it's surprising to me. I think this has been a long time coming. I think this is setting up for a new form of reform in America, right? First you had they freed the slaves, then you have then the Jim Crow, but then you have the civil rights. So I feel like for me this is not surprising at all. I think this had it's been a long time coming, and I think that like you said, which you don't understand but you fear. But I think right now we are in a position of real changes and the ability to really move in a form of in a climate that can really help and uplift Black people, and I think Martin Luther King said that the riot is the voice of the unheard, right? So for me, what's happening right now, it's not a surprise to me, right? It's people have it's people that's been disfranchised, been unfulfilled, been feeling hopeless, And what you have to understand, America is built on the back of slavery, on Black people, and that's what you have to understand. And they're still haven't get paid for all what they have contributed, And I'm not trying to, start a race war, and I'm not trying to blame one side and not blame, But I'm trying to make you realize there has been so much contribution of Black America. From the starting of rock and roll, all the genre of music that from rock and roll, jazz, even country, invented by Black. Some of the greatest inventions, like the stoplight, like the elevator, like the water gun. But what happens is, right, they have mute those inventions. They have mute the innovations of African Americans. They have disfranchised them, mute them, put them in communities that think about that, right? You have, if you go in a typical African American community, just black community as a whole, they have some of the worst schools, right? Worst schools. The people that we should, in a sense, that have been through so much and that have contributed so much are still in these destitute conditions. And I think that needs to stop. And I think what is happening right now is just a response to all those things that have been happening. And this is not surprising at all to me. And it's something great. There's gonna be a rainbow that comes after the storm, I think. And I think this is what's happening. And go ahead. And I just want to say, guys, please vote. Vote.
Obama say,
vote.
Don't boo.
Vote, please.
Yep.
If you don't vote and you complain, don't.
Yeah,
there's no point.
It's like you don't.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Right?
Obama,
I really don't want to.
Obama has another slang. I don't know, another saying that say votes matter. You know how they say Black Lives Matter, votes matter, something like that. So your vote does matter. So allez vote. So c'est haïtien ou pas aimer ça qu'a fait là. Make sure que ou comme si que ou ka voter ou naturaliser voter. Pas chita là dit comme si que nous même nous pas ka porter aucun changement. Changement c'est dans vote là lié. So bien option ça fait.
And there's so much in the ballot right now, guys.
Exactly.
There's immigration. Right?
That's a big one.
That's a huge one, right?
Yep.
There is jobs. There's this racial tension.
Yep.
There's so much. Just the economy, the healthcare system. I mean, there's so much is in the ballot right now. What we do right now is going to affect us for the next 4 years, right? So if you enjoyed the last 4 years. If you didn't enjoy the last 4 years, vote please. Vote, and trust me.
Nous, spécialement nous qui ça dans culture nous pas aimer entrer dans bagay moun. Nous pas aimer entrer dans bagay moun, le plus souvent ça fait moun choisir pour. C'est ça fait ouais là quand nous dans état là, c'est parce que nous quitter c'est l'autre monde qui connaît plus passer nous, spécialement monde qui dit que c'est l'évangile. C'est comme si que bon Dieu pas dit pas supposé participer, même nous pas vivre dans le monde ça. C'est comme ça que nous-mêmes nous tête nous. Mais le plus souvent tout, c'est ça fait ça que laisser mon qui choisir pour yo bon sauver. Qui ça ba ou malabou, pas qu'à manger, tu pas qu'à l'école, pas bon rien qui bon, c'est ti reste ça ou pas besoin c'est yo ba ou. En tout cas, c'est ça que sou pas voter et dans l'élection qui vient aux États-Unis, qui même te mettre dans pays autour sou capable voter, c'est ça ou toujours joindre et m'ta souhaité que nous changer tempérament nous participer dans ça qui poser participer. Bon Dieu connaît gouvernement. Bon Dieu météo là connaît yo. So ça veut dire ou même ou capable participer pas venir dire que c'est l'évangile ou c'est religieux ou pas supposé participer dans ça.
Yeah, he's right. That has nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
And I'm not, Martin Luther King said that, the church should not be the servant or it should not be the servant or the the leader of the state. It should be the conscience of the state. If it's not the conscience of the state, it's going to reduce itself to just a social club. You know what a social club is? Where you just go hang out and just hang out, right? It has no power to it.
Yep.
So we have right now. If you really believe in people that healthcare is a human right, if you believe that people should not be in cages, if you believe that with the racial tension that we have right now, we need to be coming together.
Yeah,
vote.
Exactly.
So.
Chose ça nous presque dans fin show mais je continue à poser une question parce que moi je veux qu'il y ait le coup, pas aller trop on bagage nous doit connaître ou qui me pas poser une question de lui-même. tell me about something that we should know, like the friend should know about you that I didn't ask you.
All right. Let me see. I'm trying to think.
And if you don't have anything, you can skip. I still got a few more questions.
Okay, let me see. One thing. Okay, this might be very, trivial, right? But I'm a huge basketball guy. I love basketball. I'm a family guy. I think for me, I just care about humanity as a whole. For me, it's not about, it sounds like we're talking about like a lot of politics, but really, I don't really care about politics. I care about, I care about I care about people. I care about the humanity. You know what I'm saying? I care about changes. I care about the things that are going to uplift humans and uplift our race as a whole, right? And that's all I care about. It's not about blue or red. It's really about where the most changes are gonna come from, right? So maybe that's what you might not know about me.
All right. So pensez des garçons qui prennent femme zami yo.
Oh, you mean okay. So me personally, if I'm in a relationship and a girl is trying to be my friend, or not even that, let me say this. If a girl is in a position where she needs help, right? And she's asking for my help, I think that because I'm in a relationship, I don't want to open a Pandora box where maybe because she's emotionally in an emotional position, she might think she's emotionally attracted to me. So what I do, if she needs my help, I'll get my wife to help her. I'll be like, hey, babe, I got someone that needs, someone, because I want her to meet someone in her own gender where she can help her in the way that she should be helped. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to put myself in a position where, not to say that you shouldn't have girls as friends or a woman should have men. I want to keep these relationships very minimal. I don't want to, like, if there's a certain time of the night, I won't, girls never call me in a certain time of the night, because I think I want to make sure that I respect the foundation of the relationship that I have with my wife or my wife to be. And for me, I don't have a lot of girlfriends, like girl/friends. And if I do, they're my fiance, and I happen to be their friend too. But we do not talk outside of that circle. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, you're good. Yeah. The next question is, so pensez des parents haïtiens qui toujours a forcé petit yo rete ak yon moun ka fait passer misère.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand. So, okay. I think this is a whole Caribbean thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a whole Caribbean. Guys, I think. See, the thing is, right? We have inherited a lot of things from slavery. And that's what we don't know. Like the thing is, you can be free, physically free, but still be enslaved psychologically. Yeah. And a lot of the things that we're in, a lot of these cycles that we're in, a lot of the things that we have, we think it's part of a normie, like it's like we have kind of like make it like a norm in our lives, or they're not good for us. Like he said, like not too long ago, when you have to punish your kids in such a brutal way, that's not good. Yeah. When we have, and the question was again, what do you think of the parents
that wants
the daughter,
even though the daughter is in a relationship that's really like violent, they still want them to stay in that relationship?
See, and it really comes down to us, right? My thing is this, and this is just my opinion and my perspective, but I think that number one, you shouldn't want your kids to be in a toxic relationship like that, right? Number two, you pick your own relationship. You have to put that trust in them that they're gonna pick their own relationship. Because when you're long and gone, they're gonna live with the mistake that you made for them, not the mistake that they made for themselves, right? And I think for me, to want someone toxic for your daughter is the first sign of self-hate for yourself and self-hate for someone that you love, right? So for me, that ideology it's stemmed from places that are not healthy. And I think that's the thing with a lot of Caribbean people. They think just because something have been conserved or have been around for so long, it makes it good, right? No,
exactly.
It does not make it good. You know what I mean?
It doesn't.
Two wrong, like a wrong will always be a wrong.
Exactly.
Like just because something is a tradition doesn't mean it's good. Think about it, right? Racism is there's a tradition that have been that have lived a long time. Is it good? No, right? So for me, it's just like Maya Angelou. She said that if you know better, do better.
Do better.
We have the resources. We have, we have the knowledge around us that is showing us. We have the numbers that is showing us these things does not work out. Yeah. So why can it doesn't make sense.
But my 2 cents on that is sous nos relations qui pas bon et là m'a obligé mando pas aller sous bord pas on veut aller parce que la vie est belle et ou fait pour jouer la vie et ou simplement jouer la vie une seule fois et sous nos relations qui pas bon pour retirer pas attendre pas prier bon Dieu ou la vie plus bon ou bien c'est l'église qui parle mal qui met l'eau c'est eux qui prend bâton chaque jour hein c'est eux même qui prend jour chaque jour retirer corps parce que et bon l'autre monde qui prétend monde pour la prétend dehors tout temps qu'on va souffrir là c'est l'autre monde non va faire souffrir et l'état toujours plus bon que ou pas c'est comme si que comment tu sens ou même ouais ça va prendre là ou pour accepter mon folie c'est lui on va le faire timono OK et puis toute mentalité ça est mentalité esclave les nous dans esclavage et le plus souvent et pour ou pas mourir obligé accepter mon violo faire tout ça ou veut li battre li couper mon ou accepter ensemble avec elle c'est même bagage ça nous même n'a pas tiré longtemps nous pas même dans esclavage dès que les haïtiens nous dans esclavage ça c'est bail les parents nous déjà subi ça pas veut dire ou même tout ou supposé subir ou pas aimer ou pas la avec les patando retirer quoi marcher pour sous si span que bon bagage pour faire ouais nous même haïtiens nous gain ça dans mentalité nous aimer faire ouais si span faire ouais n'a pas avancé parce que chose ça il pas rester là parce que nous tellement de questions pour monsieur Claire quand nous mettons fin on va nous obligé à avancer monsieur Claire je pense que m'a posé monsieur Claire une seule question et puis tout n'a mettre dehors parce que nous avons fait trop de temps ou bien pas connaître parce qu'il faut conclure tout bail ça pas supposé prendre plus que 30 minutes but nous avons courir dans 40 50 minutes right now. Yeah, the question is pretty good too. I hope you guys enjoy it and because now Basnique show n'a travail pour vous. C'est pour n'a travail. The next question is so bon c'est des parents haïtiens qui toujours pour qui ça si on pas yon ti moun choisi et tant que gen pile parents haïtiens c'est eux même qui veulent ti moun yo et yo choisi qui métier pour ti moun yo apprendre like si ti moun n'a pas vu non infirmière avocat ingénieur et ou bien docteur yo comme si que yo pas fier de vous de comme si que n'importe quoi qui sont pensés de ça.
I think it's number one. I think it's ridiculous. I really do think it's ridiculous. I think it's like you can't insert your dreams on somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? You can't put what you want. It's like you have your life, right? And I'm not trying to sound harsh, but for me it's ridiculous. For you to insert your dream on someone else, for you to want to live vicariously through them, that's wrong.
Exactly.
Right? Live your life. Let them find their own path, right? Yeah. All you can provide them is wisdom and guidance, and hopefully and give them the love of God, right? But that's all you can do. They're their own person, right? They shouldn't finish the mission that you didn't finish yourself.
Yep.
That's not what they're there for. If trust me, if they knew that was the reason why they were getting born, they wouldn't want to get born. They don't want to live the life for you. They don't want to finish the life that you want them to finish.
Exactly.
And I think that's a really cruel thing to do, and that's a really cruel way of looking at life. You know, that's too great of a responsibility to put on somebody, right? And I really don't think it's fair. And if that's the way you feel, I think it's important to look inside yourself and be like, you know what? That is not fair. I wouldn't want that to be done on me. I wouldn't want someone to have these expectations and put these responsibilities and insert those values those kind of system on me, and I don't think that that's right.
You're absolutely right. Et moi compte ça. Et dans le monde ça, jodi a, ou pas besoin un diplôme pour faire succès. Ou pas besoin de diplôme pour faire succès. Si c'est ça pas on veut, c'est comme si il a payé pour lui, fin prendre balai les vite ou même marcher pour ça, à faire ça quelqu'un autre faire. Parce que dans le monde ça dans village, je me dis déjà pas besoin un diplôme pour faire succès. Par exemple, de prendre moi-même comme exemple, ça m'apprend c'est pas seulement ma travail, mais grâce à Dieu, ouais j'en fais. C'est pas ça m'apprend qui bon mal. Même toujours frais, toujours manger, toujours faire tout bagarre moi. Parce que et moi crois que et c'est pas ou apprendre un métier, c'est comme si vous gagnez et comme si non seulement il doit son backup, il doit se lui-même utiliser, mais quand pile monde, majorité monde, c'est pas ça, il pas besoin d'un métier pour faire succès, pour mettre là-dessous, pour bien pour gagner sauver dans la vie, pour vivre une bonne vie. Comprendre? So pas occuper aucun monde qui veut faut comprendre que maman, papa ou bien un mari whatever, c'est aller pour ça qui est dit, suivre qui si c'est pas suivre monde. C'est ça que ça nous toujours pas faire succès parce que nous pas faire ça qui nous demande nous toujours à faire ça l'autre monde veut nous faire. C'est ça que ça c'est l'autre monde toujours faire plaisir. L'un fait plaisir qui ça va faire, toujours été bon côté nous. Pour qui sont besoin monde bon côté. S'il pas né pour le rester là, pas prêter, qui tout balle sale de balle pas prêter. Si c'est pas faire mon plaisir, faire tout plaisir. Ou là chose ça ou commencer là c'est parce que me choisi faire mon plaisir avant. Regardez côté me commencer avant, regardez côté me finir là. Vous regardez pour chaque jour on bagage qui plus bon que ça me débat là. Pour quelle raison? Parce que son bagage me choisi faire. C'est pas personne qui pousse me faire. Et succès me pour venir. J'ai déjà fait succès déjà, mais je connais que je me fait plus gros succès. N'a pas avancé parce que nous presque arrivés dans fin et me parle vidéo à trop longue. On a avancé. Claire, est-ce que son garçon qui contrôle? Are you a controlling man?
I am not a controlling man. I don't think love should be possessive at all. I think love should be, you know, if you love something, for example, right? If I love something, I don't need to hold it tight. I just know that it'll always be there for me, right? So for me, it's just like, if you feel like you need to be possessive, you need to be controlling, that's probably an insecure that you need to look at. And what a lot of people need to understand, I don't need to understand, but they need to be aware of, your insecurities are not there to taunt you. They're there to show you where to heal. And that's what a lot of men don't understand, right? And if you need to be possessive, if you need to be controlling, then that person doesn't really, and if you need to be possessive and controlling, then number one, like I said, you need to really look into yourself, and the love that you're exemplifying is really not based on true love. It's really not, because I think that, if you need to squeeze something, you need to hold something, because love is not what you can do for me.
Exactly.
Love is what I can do for you, right? And if just like if you have a plant, you don't pluck the plant out because you want it for yourself. You let it grow. You let it becomes what it needs to be. And I think that is true with love. It doesn't need for you to be all like, oh, I got it. No, that's just your own insecurities that you haven't resolved with. Yeah, that's your own issues that you haven't really, you haven't really looked at and evaluate. And because I think there's no need for that. Because think about that, right? Love is a choice that you make every day. You choose to be with that person every day, right? Because even if you find someone that is prettier, smarter, you still choose. It's a choice that you have to make every day. It's not something that I have to make sure that I conceal or make sure that I'm protecting. No, it's not about that, right? If that person loves you, that person's gonna want to be with you. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But if you need to like crush them and conceal them, it's because you don't trust them. It's because you don't trust yourself, right? So that has to do with places that you need to heal.
And my 2 cents on that is that for you to find true love, there's one thing that you need to do. You need to love yourself first. Yeah. And people gonna treat you the way that you treat yourself. And they're gonna do to you what you allowed what will be done to you. That's what they will do to you. Then that's so. If you love yourself, there's things that you will not allow people to do to you, and they will never do it to you. So remets tête ou avant, et puis tout après que mon nan lui-même la suivre par là. Si j'en gère tête, c'est comme ça mon nan gère.
And the most romantic thing a man can do, like he said, is to love yourself. Because when you're able to love yourself, you can give back that love.
Exactly.
Right? Love is not about, oh man, it's about sharing it. You know, it's about, it's about, you know what I'm saying? So it's not real about, oh man,
it's all mine.
It's mine. No, it's not selfish, right? It's not stem from that. When you're able to love yourself, you can go places, you can go great heights, right? And so.
En tout cas, c'est ça on te gen show pour aujourd'hui. Je pense que nous t'es bien passé avec Mr. Claire. One last question that I have here for you, Mr. Claire. Before I even post it, well, let's do that and then we'll conclude and then we'll get out of here. So, qui sort de vie ou pral gen ak madame? Est-ce que son vie 50-50 ou bien son seul paycheck?
This is just and there's really no wrong or right way of doing this. This is just what I, with consoling with my fiance, what she would like, what we like. I think for us it's 100. I think you have to give 100%, not 50%. You have to give 100%. And for us, it's gonna be one bank. You know, for us, our love is not gonna be based on monetary gains and stuff and things. It's really gonna be based on the love we give each other. It's really gonna be on the way we treat each other. It's really gonna be based on, the way we approach life. And it's really, and for me, my values is not the things that I have or the assets that I have. It's really the way I treat you. That's where my wealth is. And I think that's the way myself and my fiance base our relationship on. It's on God. It's on loving people. It's on relationship I'm building. And so for me, that's the way we see and project our lives.
I couldn't agree with you more. Nous 50-50. Moi-même, j'en dis pas gagner un bagage pas gagner un qui plus bon passer l'autre. Même penser que l'eau aller 100%, ça veut dire que comme si que nous son seul paycheck là, me sentir plus bon, il travaille plus bien. Et laisse ça pas gagner force compter. Ou quand il est 50-50 travail, c'est là qu'on gon nèg petit comme madame ni fait et c'est lui même là pour occuper l'autre femme dehors. Là, pas négocier ça. Les jeux étaient cobli ou jeux étaient cobou, mais c'est lui qui a fait bon. C'est une façon ça me pense qu'on a accepté 50-50 parce que moi pas accepter ouais fille à bagaille, mais sous son fille madame ou pas fait aucune bêtise sous, aller 100% ensemble avec elle. Laisse ça ou fait plus bon bagaille, n'a fait plus économie, n'a accompli plus bagaille parce que login 50 on bagaille ou bien login 100 plus bon. Et ou pas qu'à marier avec un monde, je pense que n'a vivre dans 50-50. Moi-même, je vais cacher dire nous. Si je suis une femme, vous venez sur moi, c'est 50-50 pour pas femme moi. Ou pas madame parce que moi-même, ma vie pour tout ça c'est pour lier. C'est pour lier. Bon, pour qui raison dans 50-50, qui ça va faire ça? Et avec dit me fait $50 et $25 pour biom c'est 25 ça va faire avec. Les mots qui veulent parler, c'est pas madame moi lié. Moi la madame moi belle. C'est ça fait ça même pas dans bagage 50-50 ça. Et bon femme ou Basnique ou d'ailleurs parler de 50-50, m'pas négo. Et moi-même moi crois que et toute femme d'ailleurs Jean Baudieu fait non garçon supposé gérer mari et garçon supposé gérer madame ni. C'est ou fait ou là pour prouver c'est job un garçon. You here to provide for the woman. So, si ce point fait pas ici à chercher femme qui est infirmière pour qui gérer, c'est ou même qui va travailler pour gérer madame. Si ce point aller dans le gym, les qui ou te ka non al bay blanc les pas connaît et travaille pour occuper petit monde yo. Si ce point a des femmes qui pour gérer, il pas fait sens. C'est pas job ou ça, job ou c'est gérer maro. Si pas aux États-Unis, madame va pas travailler parce que même pas connait bagage ça. Même pas cacher tout. Pas quoi une femme qui travaille petit parce que madame moi. En tout cas, si je ne dis pas mon chéri, je vais vous ça dans chose. I love you, baby. Alright? En tout cas, ouais, mais ça va.
Yeah.
Moi, madame, moi,
that's good.
Obligé, pour faire journée pour lui. Toujours dit, moi, ça, moi, je pas faire chose ça pour me chercher femme. Je pas venir femme là. Et moi-même, je suis content de me marier. Et je pense que dans le commencement, il y a un petit genre difficile, mais pas un mariage qui est parfait. Et je pense que je grandis en pile pour me capable de dire ça ma petite là, pour me capable de camper devant le public ça pour me faire connaître que moi madame moi et m'accepter me connaître marié. Je grandis, je défends pile grandi pour ça. Et c'est bon bah qui les aujourd'hui et puis tout et m'a pas accepter et ça fait ça en nègre. Même les que ou petit ko pas suspendre et avec bagage de ça ou capable me faire ou capable pas gain défi encore. Longtemps ba longtemps bien peut-être on capable faire dès que nous allons pour marier quelqu'un. Mais si nous sommes capables de changer, on est capable de changer tout. Mais pas grand rien dit ou supposer qu'il y a plusieurs filles. Dernière question que j'ai pour vous pendant ce temps que je ça. Et qui sont pensés combien de femmes on garçon là supposé gagner?
Like in their lifetime? Or just together?
Together, yeah.
Just one.
Just one?
Okay. Look. I'm maybe there's certain things that I am extremely progressive on, but there's certain things that I'm very traditional about, right? So for me, it's just like I conserve the things that are good, and I change or maybe update the things that needs work, right? So for example, we all know certain punishment doesn't work for kids, certain punishment. So we need to make sure we upgrade or update those informations, right? Yeah. But when it comes to being tradition and loving your wife in a way that is appropriate, that's good. You know, so for me, like, I just need one person. One person is hard.
One person, yep.
So why need 10? Like, I mean, and I feel like the love that I give cannot be what's the number? Cannot be multiplied in 6 different ways. It cannot be multiplied in 6 different ways. It can only be. It's only for one person. I can only give a whole. I can't give I can't give small halves.
Exactly.
I'm only one pie. I'm not.
Exactly.
No,
I'm
not divided.
6 or 8.
No, and I think for me, I want to give the truest love.
Exactly.
And I want to be my truest self, and I want a best friend, a confidant, and I want someone that I can call my best friend, and I want someone I can share these intimate moments with, and even my downfall at times, right? So for me, it's no, just like, but you don't have a lot of best friends. You shouldn't. I don't know. Exactly. There's no point of having a bunch of people. I'm lining them up and no. I don't know. But I think it's a little bit. I'm selfish. I really do think.
Yeah.
But that is just me.
Last night I was there was a debate about there was a couple of people that was talking. They were like, you really need a girl in every city that you go. You don't want them in the same city because that's what starts the trouble. So it's better to have them in every single in every city that you go, so they don't know each other. They don't run to each other and stuff. So that will keep it quiet. Yeah. But c'est une raison qui fait que je viens avec question ça tout. En tout cas, c'est tout ça que je pour nous dans chose ça et ou pas un dernier mot.
I'm good, man. Thank you for inviting me on your show, brother. Man. And I had so much fun. But guys, this is really strictly based on, it's our opinion. We just want to enlighten. We just want to encourage. We just want to challenge thoughts, right? So don't think this is finite. Don't think this is like, oh, they think they're so opinionated. No. They're talking about us. No, we're just challenging you to be better. We're challenging you to grow. And that's it, right? So, but I'm honored to be here. This man right here is a really amazing man.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that I'm in this show. And thanks for asking me these wonderful questions. Even some of them were a little, but it's cool. I'm all good, man. I'm all good.
But you know, that's like you probably the first person that I mettez dans la catégorie ça, like c'est comme si that's the beginning.
Yes.
I think the questions would be better.
No, there were good questions.
And it's something that we're still working on. Like I said, the show is a work in progress. Somebody you can never fully grow. You will have to learn something every day. So Jean-Mouni capable tout c'est première fois que nous faisons style ça. Une poser toute question ça. Et merci d'être côté et répondre majorité là-dedans, on va nous répondre majorité là-dedans, parce qu'il est satisfait en pile fanatique. Anything else you want to add?
Hey, to the Haitian community, to the Caribbean community, I love you. We care about you. I think like I said, I think it's important that we challenge each other, that we go to these uncharted territories that we haven't gone before, to grow, right? And we love you. We want to see you grow. We want to see you light up, and that's it. We're just dismantling things that haven't been working for us, right? So that's all it's about, really.
Absolutely right.
And that's it. Thank you again, my brother.
Once again, Off Center.
Yes,
really
please follow Off Center.
And Off Center, it's a show that myself, I really enjoy, and I think you guys, where you started even, I think you guys inspire me to have my show. To be honest, that you guys are one of the reasons why I have this show. It's really important that you guys go ahead and follow those guys and subscribe to their channels and stuff. Give them the same love that you show me. Because I don't believe on hate and whatever it calls. I think there's a lot of love out there to be shared and in that way, in that sense. So go ahead and give them the same love, okay? Thank you, Off Center it is, and go ahead and follow Off Center and see what they have to offer.
It's about the same stuff. We're here just sharing wisdom. We're here challenging thoughts. We're here pushing the envelopes. We're tackling conversations and discussions and topics that that are good.
That will help the society.
Yes, society, right? It's about sharing wisdom. My dad used to say, when an old man died, it's almost like a library got burnt down. So for me, it's like all of us are libraries, right? Let's share information. Let's exchange books. Right.
And the other thing that I wanted to add in that topic is that sooner or later I will make my appearance on Off Center also, because this is one of the shows that I want to go to. And like I was telling you, that I think you guys need the Creole speaking on that show too, because it's so good, and I think it will help the Haitian community also to understand and to be part of something that's helping the society. Anyway, c'était toujours même moi-même à Belize dans Basnique Show. C'est tout ça me dégaine pour aujourd'hui. Pas oublier, continuer à partager choses avec toute famille, tous les amours. Nous travaillons pour vous et nous toujours à battre pour faire comment pour nous pour nous plus satisfait. Si vous pas aimer ça qu'a fait, ça qui vient pour venir là c'est danger, parce que nous toujours penser pour vous. Et nous vous merci en pile pour tout fait, pour tout support, et continuez à supporter nous. Nous déjà dépassé tant de ce que vous avez fait. Je pense que chose ça sont choquants in 3 parties. I'm gonna put it in different section because it's too long, so that they can enjoy it better. Anyway, you guys, c'était toujours même à Belize. Nous connaissons comment faire déjà. Et nous choisissons dans Poutli. Nous aimons nous toutes et moi aimons nous toutes. Ok? Pas oublier à visiter Off Center. Papa.